report 410, in front of the White House 71. The strengthening of the U.S. Japan alliance and nuclear maneuver against North Korea will make the fall of the Biden administration ahead. First, on April 16th, leaders of the U.S. and Japan took aggressive position, saying U.S. and Japan will be committed to the complete denuclearization of North Korea. U.S. President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga made a reckless remark that we will strengthen deterrence to maintain peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region, and will work together to address the dangers associated with North Korea, including the risk of proliferation, in a joint statement. Suga strongly asserted complete, irreversible, and verifiable dismantlement of all weapons of mass destruction and abiding by its obligations under UN Security Council resolutions on North Korea. Biden repeated plotting maneuvers against North Korea, mentioning Japanese abduction issues rashly. Regarding China, the U.S. and Japan discussed resolution of the Taiwan issues and human rights in Hong Kong and the Xinjiang Uyghur Region. Second, the U.S. and Japan revealed again an ulterior motive towards holding dominance over the Korean Peninsula in Asia through the summit. Biden and Suga defined bilateral relations as history partnership, and the U.S. made an absurd remarks about interference in the internal affairs, saying that the U.S. Japan-South Korea cooperation is threatened by strained relations between South Korea and Japan. While the U.S. Congress held a hearing on South Korea's ban on the sending of anti-North Korea reflex and to provoke human rights issues, the U.S. actively backed Japan's decision to release the contaminated water from the wrecked Fukushima nuclear power plant into the ocean. The survival and development of people all around the world have been threatened by military and political collusion of the U.S. and Japanese imperialism. Third, the U.S. and Japanese imperialism are the main culprit causing the division of Korea and our nation. The U.S. is engrossed in holding supremacy on the Korean Peninsula in Asia, with the Japan as a foothold. Japan is franchised with the revival of militarism with the U.S. at its back. There is no other reason for the nuclear maneuver against North Korea, which is explicit, intensified especially by the Biden administration. The Biden administration must immediately stop nuclear maneuver against North Korea and withdraw U.S. troops from South Korea, not strengthen the U.S.-Japan alliance. As long as the Biden administration sticks to aggressive maneuver against North Korea, collisions between North Korea and the U.S. are unavoidable, like trains running into each other. The destruction of Biden administration is inevitable. April 20, 2021, in front of the White House, Washington, D.C., Spokesperson Office of the People's Democracy Party.